between the Frontier Falcons and Sweet Home Depew. I'm Jack Cruiser, joined alongside me with Randy Schultz. Randy, we had a nice game that just wrapped up moments ago here at Northtown Center. We're looking for another good game of high school hockey.
Absolutely, Jack. And I'll tell you, they set the bar up there for that first game of the excitement and momentum swings and things of that nature, plus taking us to an overtime where the momentum really went to one team. Now we've got two other teams coming in here. You have Sweet Home Depew, who had really only one game under their belt. I believe it was a tie. And it's non-league, I believe. And for Frontier, they're coming in with a 0-1-1 record. So both of these teams are going to be looking for their first victory of the season to get the season. And it's it's early in the season for both teams. I'm sure they're going to have, like we saw in the first game, they're going to have their ups and downs here. They're going to have a feeling out session here where they try to get a feel for each team to see what's going on. And we'll see what happens.
We'll see what lineups head coach Brian Turner of Sweet Home Depew and head coach Brian Dellinger of Frontier send out. And we're ready for puck drop here from the Northtown Center, and we're underway with period number 1. Nick Falcone sends it in for Frontier, and it's right on goal where the keeper will hang on to it and make the save. Don't believe we got starting lineups for this contest, so I'm just trying to get the number of the keeper to get you some names here.
And we go from one extreme to another. In the first game, we had national anthem and introduction. This one, drop the puck.
Zip. Let's get to it, as that first game took a lot of extra time, so folks in the arena want to get things underway and do so promptly. Thrown in front of the net by Sweet Home Depew, but it's Frontier clearing it out through center as the captain pokes it through. Now it'll be Harrison Fuller sending it all the way in, and a whistle will stop play here. Looks like we're going to have a penalty early in this one. 6:21 to go in period number 1. No score, but a power play coming up for Frontier.
And it looks like it's number 11 from the Sweet Home team.
That'll be Tyler Goodwin.
And he's a defenseman. And he's 5'11", 180 pounds, pretty good size player. He looked a little bigger than that coming over here in front of us, but I'll take it for what the stats they give us.
Face-off won by Frontier. Back to the point as they work D to D. Here's Matt McCarthy. Moving up in the play, now dropping it off to the wingman. Shot from the far circle is taken by Max Conklin. Back to the point. McCarthy moving up with Falcone now. Down below the goal line, Dylan Mack with it. Mack battling in the corner. Below the net, Frontier has possession on the power play. 30 seconds gone by as they set it up along the far half wall. Knocking down his man was a Sweet Home player. Now a shot right on. Save is made by Jackson Cobb, the keeper. Standing tall on that one. Having to come back quickly is Matt McCarthy here for Frontier, as the Sweet Home forecheck was put on the penalty kill. The tall number 13, Max Conklin, skates all the way end to end. Finally cleared, however, by Colin Bandelaine. And the goalkeeper for Frontier, number 1, Kyle Kazmarski, sends it away. Back into his own end, though, he'll have to retreat. As Frontier, with under 40 seconds now to go in the power play, tries to set something up through the neutral zone. As here's Jimmy Trzaka. Pass in front, and that was a slap shot that was just fanned on. Rebound in front, goes just wide of the cage. Falcone was there, and another penalty coming up here to Sweet Home Depew.
And right off the bat, you're sensing that, and all I had to do, I could not see the play in the corner, but all I had to do is take a look at the goalie who made the gesture. He knew the penalty was coming up against his team again, and it's a tripping penalty, and it'll be another 2-minute penalty. And for 21 seconds, Frontier will have a two-man advantage on this one. And we have 14:42 remaining here in the first period. No score.
Here's Falcone with it. At the point, using the man on the far wall. Back to Falcone atop the power play. Quarterbacking is Falcone, now skating to the left hash mark on the left circle, sending it down to the goal line. Back for Falcone. Falcone trying to set up a pass. Across ice shot goes just wide as they set up the one-timer. One penalty has expired. 5-on-4 power play still. Pass in front goes back to the point. Shot blocked in front as it tips off the keeper Cobb and rolls out to center after Sweet Home Depew clears. And they'll get possession here with 1:20 to go on the power play and clear. Kazmarski lays it for his defense, but Sweet Home Depew, forechecking well on the PK, will kill off more time as it rolls behind the Frontier net. Falcons looking to start something here as it's sent behind the goal line now for Falcone. Falcone uses his wingman up the side for Matthew Bridges, who tried to find his man, but it was sent back to the Sweet Home Depew defense. Kazmarski will settle it down and play it to the corner. Looks like Kazmarski likes to get out and play the puck a lot. He's already out of his crease a ton so far in the opening 6 of this one. Now through neutral ice, Frontier has it over the blue line, and a shot will come from the far circle held by Jackson Cobb.
And just a few seconds ago, I could see the referee. He was making a quick count on the ice for Frontier players because I think Frontier almost got caught with too many men on the ice. They were doing a switch, and all of a sudden I even counted that there were 6 skaters on the ice, and I'm going, wait a minute, and then the other kid just stepped off the ice, so they avoided the bullet on that
Frontier wins the faceoff. Shot goes right on. Matt McCarthy took that one. Standing his ground was Jackson Cobb. We'll have another faceoff.
And I'll tell you, I'll do my quick fashion statement here. Holy cow, with that Sweet Home Depew, that sand-colored jersey here. That's a little different that you don't see many teams have.
High shot from the point is grabbed by Cobb. I like it, though, with the sand-colored jersey with a bit of baby blue accents around it on the trim. It's an unusual combination, but I'm not against it.
I'm guessing it's a combination of both schools here.
Mm-hmm. Into the corner it goes. Sweet Home battling for it with Dylan Mack, or Tyler Goodwin, rather. Mack, the Frontier number 11. However, it's sent out through the neutral zone. Frontier will regroup on this power play that will wrap up right now. Nice job to the Sweet Home Depew team for killing that one off, and just out of the box trying to steal that one was Jacob Kwawa. It rolls to center. August Trifolio battling for it, and a Frontier Falcon has lost his glove. Trifolo then smacks the glove, and there's going to get some pushing and shoving as the whistle goes, and after the play, a bunch of players start pairing off now. But unlike the game we just had before this, that one ends rather quickly.
Referees were able to step into both situations and calm everything down, get the players back to their benches, and avoid any further problems on the ice here.
12:21 to go in the opening period of play. No score from the Northtown Center in Amherst, New York. This is Western New York Athletics. We thank you for joining us tonight. Wherever you may be watching, go ahead, drop in the comments. Let us know where you're watching this contest from today. Always fun to know where our audience is at around the globe. We know we've got some viewers down in the south in Arizona and Florida and across the United States. Would love to know if we've got some global viewers tonight watching Western New York High School hockey. Frontier will win the faceoff and handle it behind their own goal line. Sending it out through the neutral zone, now stolen away by the Sweet Home defense. Stepping up on the play and getting an opportunity along the far side now, trying to tuck one short side was Nick Vacanti. Unable to do so as Kazmarski stood his ground. Behind the goal line, Vacanti will send it. Stolen away, shot right on from the slot. Rebound goes to the slot again, now cleared by Sweet Home Depew out to center. How about the big body of Frontiers number 13 in Max Conklin? He stole that one and had a nice opportunity from the slot. And Frontiers got it again inside Sweet Home Depew territory. A battle along the near boards is won by Sweet Home Depew. Frontier sends it in. And at neutral ice, Nick Falcone tried to take it away. Down behind the goal line, Sweet Home has it. One-touch pass stolen away now for Frontier as they sent it in. Sweet Home able to knock it down with Vacanti. Sent in front. No one knows where the puck is. Now it bounces in front, and Sweet Home will carry it through neutral ice. Under 11 to go in the opening frame. Frontier will step up, though. Good stick work here from the defenseman. Now stolen away by Sweet Home. This shot right on goal. Save made for Kaczmarski. Sweet Home with it again. In the slot, it's stolen away by Frontier, and here come the wheels for Dylan Mack. Mack in over the line. As it behind the goal lines, comes all the way out to the neutral ice, and we've got a penalty called here as offsides is the ruling, but a Sweet Home Depew player did take a tumble there. Thought we were going to have another trip against Frontier, to no avail, just an offsides ruling.
And I'll tell you, I'll save my comment here. We're going to have a quick face-off here, and it's going to be just over the blue line. No score, 10:26 remaining here in the first period between Sweet Home Depew and Frontier.
Frontier controlling the puck, sending one through the neutral zone. Dylan Mack got a body on that one. Sweet Home coming away with it. Puck bouncing, and no one's able to get it. A stick has been thrown to the corner, and we've got a whistle and a penalty.
And I'm not totally. Oh, it looks like Frontier will be shorthanded for the first time tonight. And Sweet Home Depew will go on the power play. 10:06 remaining here in the first period. No score, and the face-off will be deep in the, Frontier end of the ice to the left of their net.
Kyle Kaczmarski hasn't seen much controlled play in front of him in the Frontier zone, and he won't see it yet as Frontier's able to clear immediately off the draw win. Sweet Home Depew trying to advance it through the neutral zone, and they do, but it's stolen away by Nick Falcone. Falcone will just send this one off of a teammate's stick and into Sweet Home Depew territory. Hustling hard after that one is number 22, Aiden Chakowski. Neutral zone, Sweet Home Depew tries to enter, and they do. Along the near side, Colin Bandeline turning with it, back to the point. Goodwin, D to D, looking for Bandeline on the back post, but it got tipped right on goal. Kaczmarski grabs it, and a face-off.
And he made a really nice save on that one. That puck was rising off the ice, and he just put his glove up and snagged it and brought it back down and got everything under control and forced the face-off just to the left of the Frontier goal.
Puck dropped in Frontier territory. Sweet Home still not able to set up their offense on this power play. A minute has gone by now. 9:06 to go in this opening frame. Sweet Home Depew looking to advance, and they will do so before going back. And now a turnover at neutral ice as it's stolen away by Dylan Mack. Now Sweet Home Depew has a fast break chance, but they'll turn this one right back over as they send it into Frontier territory. Falcone will rise it up and send it right back down the ice. We've seen two fine penalty kills so far today. Frontier, however, not allowing many opportunities on this one. That one not able to get cleared out with speed, and a shot gets blocked. Now Sweet Home Depew has a chance to set up. Along the far side, shot is saved. Rebound pops behind the net. Battling for it are the Falcons, and they'll clear it the length of the ice off the boards with less than 5 to go in the penalty. We saw Frontier with a 5-on-3 power play earlier in this first period. Sweet Home Depew able to kill it off. Frontier then kills off this power play. And an icing with exactly 8 minutes to go in the opening period will bring the puck all the way back to the Sweet Home Depew end of the rink.
And I'll give a shameless plug here to our broadcast group here. I'll tell you, last season with everything going on, this was a godsend for a lot of parents and that aunts, uncles, grandparents who couldn't come to the games because of COVID. You guys were here, and I know we heard a lot of compliments for the efforts that they put forth. So kudos to Frank Wolf on this for keeping this group going during this a very difficult time.
Back to the point. Frontier's shot goes off of a leg and into the boards. Frontier still with possession. Now Sweet Home Depew comes away with it. No one back defensively. Now getting a crossover is Matt McCarthy for Frontier. And we've got another penalty coming up here. No, it was an offsides ruling. Tough to tell when there's no referees with orange armbands. All linesmen out there making all the calls, so it's just a delayed offside. We continue. Here's Frontier the other way. Working with it was McCarthy. He laid it off for a teammate's shot that goes wide of the cage and bounces to the blue line. Keeping it in momentarily was Frontier. Now the stretch pass ahead goes to Jason Galante. Galante gets laid out by McCarthy as he stepped in over the blue line, and Frontier will take over. Oh, and just missing a hit there was the Sweet Home player. Back the other way is Frontier. McCarthy's shot goes wide of the cage to the left. Galante picks up the puck again. And through the neutral zone, here is Drew Wagner, and he sends it beyond the goal line. Frontier coming away with it. Smazniak taking it through the neutral zone. I beg your pardon, that's Jake Spanich. He sent it around the corner, where it now rolls back to neutral ice. Well, we saw this in the first game, Randy. Neither team finding a groove through the neutral zone, getting fast break chances, but I can almost guarantee it. This game will open up at some point, as we saw in game number 1 of our doubleheader tonight of boys high school hockey. Into the corner it goes. Frontier will battle for it. Coming away with it momentarily was Tanner Smazniak. Now in the near side corner, it's fought for again. Down below the net, Sweet Home Depew has it. Through the neutral zone, they sent it into Frontier territory. The defense will regroup for Frontier with Falcone. Nice move around the outstretched defenseman. Here's Frontier's shot. Goes off the keeper and out to the near corner. Now out to center, and it'll evade the final Frontier defenseman, Falcone, who will hustle back for it. On his back is August Trefillo. Trefillo down there battling away, and he almost comes away with the puck. But here comes Conklin. The big number 13 through the neutral zone puts a shot on the ice, low, and a pad save. Had to be kicked away, but play continues. Now down below the goal line as we approach 5 minutes remaining in the opening period. Frontier not able to keep the puck in the zone. Sweet Home almost a step on that one. Tyler Zent was there putting the pressure on Frontier. Now as it goes pinballing through the neutral zone, Frontier will regroup. Inside Sweet Home territory, here's an opportunity. Shot save made on the rebound. Dylan Mack had the shot. Nice save there as Jackson Cobb stood his ground. Frontier surveying the defense, now sends it in with Tyler Zent. Around the boards it goes. They battle along the near half wall with 4:18 to go in the opening period of play. Still battling along the board. Finally, it pops free. Zent's shot from the point goes off a pad of Cobb. Rebound goes right back to Zent for another shot that goes right into the stomach of Jackson Cobb.
Wow, Jack, you did that whole play-by-play group on one breath. I wasn't sure you were ever going to get a break. They've just gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. No whistles. This is the first whistle we've seen, and we have a penalty.
Two penalties. One to each team as number 21 for Frontier, Tyler Zent, will take a seat along with his counterpart in Sweet Home's Evan Lysick.
And it's offsetting minor penalties for 2 minutes, and we have 4:03 remaining here in a scoreless tie between Frontier and Sweet Home Depew.
Winning the faceoff is Frontier. Quick shot, save made by Cobb. Rebound is fought for. And the save by Jackson Cobb. He had to fall on his bum to make the save, but he did so well. The puck as he gets up, is sitting right on the goal line. So a near goal opportunity for Frontier. The whistle stops the chance as Cobb lays down, gets it to go.
And that's about as close as we've seen any scoring chance come here in this first period. So admittedly, and he's taken a little bit of a break here. He took his mask off and just getting a little extra time for his team here in that everybody get a little bit of a breather here. And he's all set to go, so now we will be back to the action.
Face-off won by Sweet Home Depew, and they'll come away with a 3-on-2 opportunity the other way. Here comes Tanner Zika over the line. Tried to center it, couldn't do so. Zika will get control again as he pushes it to the corner. Zika sent it in front, and that one's stolen away by Frontier's Jake Spanich. Frontier will just send this one the length of the ice, and that could be an icing, and it will be. All the way back down the ice it will come. 3:35 to go in the opening frame.
And again, Frontier, I'm not sure exactly if they were I think they were just looking to get a line break here. But he really fired that puck down pretty hard for an icing, and now everything's going to come right back to their end again to give Sweet Home another shot, winning the faceoff and getting a scoring opportunity here.
Colin Bandeline on the faceoff for Sweet Home, going up against Max Conklin. Bandeline wins the draw. Sent down low. Sweet Home Depew not able to corral it. One-touch pass in their own zone. Frontier goes as Conklin leaves it for the defense and covers for the defense then as they send it into Sweet Home Depew territory. Whiffed pass doesn't evade the zone. Long-range shot from Falcone goes into the gut of Jackson Cobb. He hangs on for another whistle.
And Cobb is going to just hang on to it and force the face-off again, which we see a lot of goalies do that, especially in the early going here.
Conklin couldn't win the draw on that one. Bandeline got the best of him there, and now Sweet Home Depew will send it around to the near boards where Quinn Burgess takes over, tries to send it through mid-ice and does so until Frontier sends it right back in, and an icing's called.
And we should note that this Jackson Kolb is a sophomore, and he's only 5'8", 135 pounds. So I think he gets a little bit more weight with all that equipment on him, and gives him a little bit more weight to work with there.
You wonder if you're Sweet Home Depew, maybe you hope for a bit of a growth spurt going into his junior season.
Wow.
That's a credit to him for playing keeper, as he could have probably taken all that padding equipment off and been a speedy winger out there. Instead, he sits in between the pipes and so far hasn't allowed a goal thus far. 2:30 to go in the first period. Here's a chance for Frontier coming in with the shot, and getting blocked was Aiden Chekowitz. Down below the goal line, Chekowitz battles for it. One-touch pass to the slot shot, just wide with a wide-open opportunity. Jake Losey just missed that one. Falcone from the point throws one far side, looking for the backdoor tip, but Cobb got down to make the play. .212 to go in the first period of play. We look for both teams to start opening up a little bit more for play to get a bit more fast-paced. Although the size of this Frontier team really seems to slow that down. But here comes Sweet Home Depew with a shot. Bandeline got behind the defense. Save, though, goes to Kazmarski. Down below the net, Sweet Home Depew will have possession with Zilka. That shot on the backhand will get blocked, but coming away with it is Sweet Home Depew and Bandeline. But it's taken by Zilka. And Zilka will try to send it off the wall to neutral ice, and will do so now. Frontier trying to skate through. They had 4 players up ice. 2-on-1 opportunity for Sweet Home Depew. Trying to dance around the defense is number 5 for Sweet Home Depew, Tanner Zilka. But he couldn't send it across as the keeper, Kazmarski, got on the ground and covered it before it made its way to the other player on the 2-on-1.
Nice try, though. I mean, that was a nice setup. You could see what was coming, but they just waited that extra split second. That does make a little bit of a difference there when you're playing a game that's got such fast pace as this hockey does.
Face-off won by Sweet Home Depew. Trifolo behind the net, battling with his man. Couldn't keep control of the puck. Goes to the corner. Behind the net, Frontier looks to clear. Far side now cleared out to center. Pass off the boards across the red line. We're under a minute to go in the opening frame. Turnover in front of the net. Here's a chance for Sweet Home Depew. They couldn't keep it in the offensive end, though, as it bounces over the stick of Adam Millerski. Frontier trying to get over the offensive blue line. However, they do so prior to the puck crossing the line. That'll be an offside.
And they will have the face-off. Oh, we do have another penalty.
A hooking call will go to number 71, Keegan Walzak. And we'll have another power play for Frontier. So they had a 5-on-3 opportunity earlier in the period that was killed off by Sweet Home Depew. Sweet Home Depew then had a power play of their own that Frontier killed off. So we'll see if the penalty kill units stand strong again here. But this one could flow over into the second period with just 28 seconds left in the first. Through the neutral zone, here is McCarthy down to the corner. It pops in front of the net. Now back to the point, stepping up and trying to keep it in play was Conklin. He did so for a moment before it rolls to center. 10 seconds to go now in the period as McCarthy brings it over the line. Cuts to the middle, shot right on, save made, rebound is there. Frontier trying to hack at it, another save. What a play from Jackson Cobb. No, it's in the net. A late official's ruling shows the puck eventually did beat Jackson Cobb. We've got our first goal of the game, and it's with 2 seconds left in the opening period.
And I would have a tendency to believe Mr. Cobb is not happy with the call. Giving up that goal. That there's only 2.9 seconds left. That's a power play goal. And I'll tell you, the pressure was being put on by Frontier. They were swarming that net. And they were just, the puck was just bouncing loose there. And finally, they tapped it in. We have a 1-0 lead, 2.9 to go.
Credit Aiden Chekowitz with the goal. He was first in line in the celebration, and that'll do it for period number 1. 1-0 is our score from Frontier. We'll be right back after this short intermission with an interview with our sideline reporter Sarah Holland with a star from the first period. Don't go anywhere. This is high school hockey on Western New York Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you call on the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
We welcome you back to Northtown Center. It's the first intermission. Sweet Home is down 1-0, but here with the
I'm
Sweet
Sarah
Home goal.
Holland, joined alongside Sweet Home and Depew goaltender Jackson Kolb. Jackson, with the late goal there by Frontier in the first period, what improvements do you want to see from your team as you guys come out for the second period?
We got physical a little too late in the period. Maybe if we can amp that up and set the tone going into the next period. And it's a one-goal game. We can't let it get to us, and we just got to get one more right back, and we're right back in it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jackson. Yep,
there you hear from Sarah Holland. In the first intermission report, Jackson Cole finds himself down 1-0 after giving up a goal with the final 3 seconds on the clock in the first period, credited to Aiden Chekowitz. We'll be back on the other side of this first intermission with period number 2 from Northtown Center. It's a 1-0 lead for the Frontier Falcons. You're watching high school hockey on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Oh, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny. Oh, Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And...
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
We welcome you back to the Northtown Center in Amherst, New York. It's Sweet Home Depew finding themselves on the wrong end of a 1-0 first period. 17-3 were the shots on goal, Randy, in that first period for Frontier.
Not too hard to pick out a star that first period. I mean, you get a goalie that faces 17 shots, stops 16 of them, and gives up the one with just less than 3 seconds remaining in the period. Outstanding play. So obviously, Sweet Home has really got to turn things around here in the second period to get started in that.
A backbreaker goal scored with 2.9 seconds left in the first period. We heard Sarah Holland talk with Jackson Kolb, the goalkeeper for Sweet Home Depew. He said you can't get too rattled after letting up that first goal. So we will try to get Sarah Holland with the head coach from Sweet Home, Brian Turner, as soon as we can, as we await for the teams to come out of the locker room for period number 2. Less than a minute away before period 2 starts. However, the ice resurfacer, the Zamboni, still on the ice, so we'll get that squared away with you in just a moment.
And I believe he's making his last swing right now, and they're waiting to get the stuff scraped off, the excess scraped off the ice as soon as the Zamboni or the ice resurfacer gets off the ice, since it isn't a Zamboni make.
Oh, is that what it is? It's a brand.
That's the brand. The brand.
Okay.
Yes, they've really done a great job on that one. So talk about marketing. Holy cow.
Figure, I've been looking a lot at outdoor hockey rinks as well lately, up in Canada and up in even Buffalo now. As season starts to turn, weather starts to turn. Clocks hit 0 here, but anyway, I've been looking at these outdoor rinks. The Zambonis that you get for these outdoor rinks, they might be small, but they do the job.
Absolutely, and that's one of the nice things about it. And now they have these artificial ice surfaces that you don't even need a Zamboni out there. You just put the ice down, or you put the surface down, and you can skate on it just like you skate on this. And it looks like the teams are, at least one of the teams is showing up for the second period here. It looks like it's the Sweet Home team.
So Sarah Holland will bring you an interview with head coach of Sweet Home Depew, Brian Turner, right here. Sarah?
What? Okay. I'm Sarah Holland, joined alongside head coach Brian Turner. Coach, this is your first game of the season. What expectations have you set for your team tonight?
Just to come out working hard, get the nerves out in the first period. These guys have gelled really quick with the merge between Depew and Sweet Home, so we already feel like the chemistry's there. Hopefully with the second period, we start working together, start working on our strategies and that. We've had pretty much enough practices to get the guys in here to play, so we're trying to build off every shift, build off every period. Just keep working hard.
Coach, what was the message that was coming out of the locker room? The game was tied primarily at 0 for the whole time after a late goal by Frontier. What did you tell your team?
Yes, we had 6 minutes in penalties in the first period there, and it's killing us. We run a pretty aggressive penalty kill, so these guys are expending a lot of energy when we can't go on the attack. So we got to stay out of the box, and then Jackson's been excellent in net, so we got to give him some support and play in the offensive zone here in the second and third period.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you heard from Sweet Home head coach Brian Turner. Thanks, Sarah, for the interview. As Sweet Home is welcomed back onto the ice, they'll get the nets reset. 17 on the clock for period number 2. We'll bring that to you in just a moment. We're still awaiting the Frontier Falcons coming out of the locker room.
And I think we were actually waiting for the referees to come out because the players cannot enter the ice until there's referees on the ice. And for some reason, the referees didn't get the high sign on this one, I guess, to start the second period. So they just had to wait. But, yes, we've got both teams on the ice now. Frontier just entered, and we're just probably a few seconds away from the opening face-off to start the second period.
So, Randy, what can you expect from this second period, seeing the size of this Frontier team and the way they control the puck through the neutral zone?
Well, I'll tell you, for the attack that they put on, and I have to agree with the Sweet Home coach. Sweet Home's team spent way too much time in the penalty box. And, yes, they did play a very aggressive style of penalty kill, and they used up, as he said, a lot of energy on that. Frontier, I think, is just going to keep pounding away. They're just going to keep going after what they have found to be successful in that first period. And whether there was 10 minutes left in the period or 3 seconds left in the period, they didn't give up. They just kept going at it. and finally got that one goal in.
1-0 is our score. The Falcons on top with the goal credited unassisted to Aiden Chekowitz. Teams will stretch it out and get ready for puck drop for period number 2 as our nets are finally on the moorings. Teams will have one last talk over for their strategies. Jackson Cobb, though, we heard him talk to Sarah Holland as the first period ended, and it seems like from Brian Turner's interview with Sarah Holland as well, they have a lot of faith in their sophomore keeper who stood his ground back there, saving 16 shots on goal in that opening frame.
And plus, as the coach pointed out, you've got 2 schools now that have come together to play as one. This is the first year Sweet Home Depew has come to, so he's watching and seeing players from 2 different schools come together here. He's hoping now in this second period we'll get a better look at what he's hoping they will be able to produce. So we're going to see what happens here. Sweet Home is still in this game. This game, despite the real advantage in shots on goal don't necessarily win games, but again, the hard work does, and we'll see what happens as we face off here.
Face off won by Frontier, but it's sent in to the Sweet Home Panther territory as Frontier will hustle after it with Max Conklin. Sent back to the blue line, and now down below the cage as Frontier will set up down there with their forwards. Now back to McCarthy at the blue line. He'll try to step around his man forechecking. Good work there from the Panther number 71, Keegan Walzak. Now getting it through neutral territory and into Frontier's zone is Sweet Home Depew. Back to the point it pops, and stepping up was Tyler Goodwin, forcing a 3-on-1 for Frontier. Taking it all the way was number 22, Aiden Chekowitz, who already has one. Maybe a bit too selfish on the 3-on-1 chance as he took it himself. Didn't even get a shot on goal on the opportunity. Now Sweet Home will regain possession. Back below the Panther goal, they'll regroup with Tyler Goodwin. Along the far boards, stepping up now and turning with it is Jake Quokka. Down below the cage, it is Dylan Mack. Sending it back to McCarthy's long point shot, they score! Matt McCarthy from the point let the wrister go, and it fooled Cobb. It's a 2-0 hockey game.
This is not exactly what Sweet Home wanted to have happen early on in this period. You're only you're a minute and a half into the first period here, and now all of a sudden you give up a goal, and now you're down 2-0. Still, game's far from over, but now Sweet Home has really got to turn it on if they want to stay in this game.
Matt McCarthy took the shot from the point, and just like that, it's a 2-0 lead for the Falcons, and they've got pressure inside Sweet Home territory again. Panthers send it. Oh, big hit along the far boards. And keeping it inbounds. And now finally here come the Panthers the other way with a 2-on-1 chance that is broken up very neatly by the Frontier defenseman. And swung to the near side where Max Conklin will send it up the boards to neutral ice, where a big hit is laid here right in front of us by Dylan Mack, and he goes hard after it. Keeping it in the offensive end is Smazniak for a moment before sent all the way back into Frontier territory by the Panthers for an icing.
And there's one thing I'm sensing about the Sweet Home Depew team, and I'm not picking on them or anything, but I sense a little frustration here right now. And they're definitely getting outshot. Right now they're getting outplayed. I'm seeing, little extra hits going on along the boards here, and you sense that there's a little frustration on this team. They've got to keep their composure. They've got to stay focused if they want to stay in this game.
Falcons keep it within the Panther territory. Down below the goal line, Vicanti tries to clear and does so. Icing waved off. Sweet Home will try to get the much-needed change after the icing call. But it looks like they'll stay out there and forecheck instead. Fresh legs out of the intermission. Why not keep your boys out there? Into neutral zone, tipping it ahead for Frontier. And having it stolen away, Colin Bandeline as he got it inside Frontier territory. Now the Falcons turn and get it out with number 12, Brady Susi. Through neutral ice and in over the line is Matthew Fellinger to the corner. Fellinger tried to handle it behind the cage. He stops and will look for the return pass from the boards. Fellinger battles now. Stopping on the backhand and will look to go to the point. Now cuts to the middle. Fellinger still with possession. Now it goes to the point man in Kennedy. Matthew Kennedy sent it to the far boards. Long shot from the half wall goes all the way around to Matthew Fellinger. Fellinger steps up on the play. Taking it away now is Kennedy. Kennedy sends it below the goal line. Falcons still with possession. It's been all Frontier to start this second period. They're up 2-0. Hit in open ice is laid on Fellinger. He didn't even realize the puck landed on him. And finally, Sweet Home Depew will get it into Frontier territory and now go for a change. 13-12 to go in the second period of play. 2-0 lead for Frontier. From the Northtown Center in Amherst, New York, this is Western New York High School boys hockey on Western New York Athletics. We thank you wherever you are streaming this game. Sweet Home Depew takes it in over the Frontier line, now to the corner. Stopping and turning with it is Bandeline. Bandeline tried to center it, couldn't get it there, and it's battled for along the near boards. Frontier will come away with it momentarily before the point shot comes from Tyler Goodwin. Now the Panthers have it again. Goodwin set up for another one-timer. Couldn't get enough of that one. Neutral zone. Here's a one-on-one opportunity for the Panthers, and losing possession of the puck there and going awkwardly into the boards was Jason Galante. And he'll go right to the bench after that one. Now Frontier will take it at center ice, and a whistle goes.
I think that was a little bit of a hand pass there. The Frontier player caught it, couldn't quite get it out of his glove quick enough, and they decided it was a little bit of a hand pass, which it was. And yes, the face-off will come actually it's going to go into the Frontier end and to the right of the Frontier goal. Still 2-0 here. Sweet Home trailing Frontier.
Behind the net, Frontier will get possession with Zent. Zent lost control of it, hustling hard in after it is Quinn Burgess for the Panthers. Burgess will try to keep it alive before Zent takes it away for the Falcons. Zent had it his first chance blocked, now got it in over the line. Pass in front, goes past his man in the slot, now to the near wall. It's squeezed out to center ice. Fast break chance as it bounced over the stick momentarily of Bandeline, and he's got it now below the goal line. Tries to go far side. Pass into the slot. Goes just past the tape of the stick of Tanner Zilka. Sweet Home Depew getting into a bit of a rhythm offensively now. And they'll reset again with Zilka. Zilka through the neutral zone. Finds a man in front of the Frontier bench in Connor Sempert. Now Goodwin. Had it stolen away at the red line. The Falcons look to create an opportunity from Zarka. Now Goodwin. Dangerous play here as the Panthers bring it out right in front of their own goal. A turnover at neutral territory will give the Panthers possession in the mid zone, and they'll send it in. No icing is called. Drew Wagner sent it in. The Falcons regroup and go up the half wall all the way to center ice. And here's Vacanti into center ice. Frontier wants a penalty on that one as McCarthy got laid out in the neutral zone, didn't have the puck.
Whoa.
Now bodies are flying through the neutral territory as Burgess lined up his man but couldn't get him. He went flying into the boards, and now Kolb will hang on to this one and slow things down.
Yeah, that was a definite attempt by Sweet Home player number 22 there, Drew Wagner. And it looked like he was going to try and line up a player, totally missed him, and ended up going face first into the boards. That can be a little bit dangerous. If you're gonna hit somebody, hit them. Don't miss, especially when you're that close to the boards. And the face-off now will go just to the right of the Sweet Home Depew goal.
I'm sure head coach Brian Turner would agree with you, Randy, as it not only is a chance of injury, but it's also getting you way out of position as Frontier then had a nice opportunity the other way. And speaking of the Devil, it's sent in front, but Nobody's home in the slot. Frontier will regroup in the neutral zone. Sweet Home tries to battle, but coming away with it here is Jake Spanich for the Falcons, but it'll be sent back into the Falcon territory. Their keeper, Kaczmarski, will lay it for the defense to relay it off the boards. Good work from the Panthers, trying to keep it in the offensive zone, and they do for a moment, and finally gain possession. Now is the Falcons. 3-on-1 chance in the offensive zone. Shot from the far side goes around the boards and wide. That shot from the point is blocked. Goes back to the point again. Here's Fuller. Got it down the boards. Pass to the slot. There's a shot right on. Save made by Jackson Kolb.
I don't think he knew exactly where that puck was. He knew he stopped it. He felt it, but he just wasn't sure on his body where. Actually, it was somewhere, I think, between his arm and his midsection, and he just pinched it and hung on.
Back to the point. Here is Kennedy sending it down below the goal line for Conklin to go after. Came out in front. There's a shot, and they score! Welcome to the Snipe Show. Jake Losey ripped that one top glove side. 3-0 Falcons.
And then the pressure continues on for Frontier. They just continue to put the pressure on the Sweet Home Depew team, checking them to death in their own. One resulted, and there was no doubt about it. He was aiming for that high shot and going down, and the goalies today, a lot of them just go right down in that butterfly position, and they are gullible to get hit high with shots, and in that particular case, that's exactly what they did. And that we have a 3-0 game now.
3 different goal scorers so far. Chekowicz gets his second point on the day. He's got a goal and an assist, as it is held onto by Kaczmarski. So if you're Sweet Home Depew, what can you do to change the tides here? You had a bit of offensive pressure for a couple minutes there, but then as soon as it goes back in your own end, you give up another goal.
Well, they've got to get away from trying to attack physically on this team. They're not winning those battles. They've got to go back to basic hockey, try to get the puck into the Frontier zone, set something up, get some shots on goal.
Face-off won by the Panthers in the offensive territory. Shot from the point is blocked and goes to the Falcons, who will relay it along the near boards to Jake Losey, the most recent goal scorer. He gets it ahead for Conklin, who puts it on the backhand, tries to stuff it in the cage, and he does. Conklin scores to give the Falcons a 4-0 lead. His third point on the night.
I don't know. If I were Sweet Home right now, I think I might try to call a timeout on the play here. You've got 8:50 to go. Not even at the halfway point. Well, you are past the halfway point here of the second period, but your team is now down 4-0, and the momentum and that continues to go Frontier's way. They are just dominating this game right now over Sweet Home Depew.
The big-bodied number 13, he's got a C on his chest, demarking the captaincy. Conklin really drives play himself. He's the kind of player you want in an NHL lineup. You want him on your third line to drive the pace of play with a physical presence down the middle of the ice, but he does so here for the Falcons. He's got 3 points on the day, and the Falcons are putting on the pressure again inside Sweet Home territory. The Panthers, however, will take it out through center. Pushed into the Falcons line before Frontier takes over. And now with speed through the neutral zone, here's Losey. He tried to leave it off for Zent. He lost possession, and it bounces back to neutral territory, where the Falcons will take over again with Conklin. Tried to find the man cutting ahead in Zent. Zent goes to the corner, pass out in front. It dribbles across the goal crease. Now back to the point. Sent down to the corner. Frontier not able to keep it in the zone. Here's a one-on-one opportunity for the Sweet Home Front Panthers. They score! Sweet Home Depew on the board. 7:34 to go in the second period. It's 4-1.
They needed that goal to at least get back into this game a little bit. They needed that goal, and hopefully this will be the spark that gets them going. And believe me, there couldn't have been any better time with 7:34 remaining here in the second period. Sweet Home Depew now trails 4-1 to Frontier.
Credit Connor Sempert on the goal, unassisted. As you hear from the public address at the Northtown Center, back up and running. And Sweet Home Depew will look as we've got a scrum behind the play, and a penalty will be assessed as there were two players on the ice. Looks like Sweet Home Depew will be going on the penalty kill. August Trifolo will head to the penalty box to serve some time.
And this is not exactly what Sweet Home needed at this point in time. And I don't know, the line or the ref had a little extra something to say to him after they got in the box there. And I know there was a little scrum going on, but this is not exactly what Sweet Home Depew needed at this point in time of the game. They need to stay at full strength, and they need to get a couple of power plays going their way.
Trifolo, though, however, didn't respond to the referee who talked to him in the box. He seemed to just take the words from the official kindly and let him go about his day. Now into the corner, Frontier has it on the power play, setting it up now to the slot. Conklin's there. He takes it to the corner as he lost possession and now tries to work it to Czechowicz. Czechowicz with it to Conklin. Atop the key. Now to the far side. Shot from the far boards is blocked and sent all the way back down by Sweet Home Depew. Here come the Falcons. Harrison Fuller over the blue line, couldn't keep possession. Frontier will retreat, and a whistle for a high stick. 6:26 to go in the second period of play, 1:13 left on the penalty. 4-1 is our score from the Northtown Center.
And for the most part, Sweet Home Depew has done a fairly good job killing penalties in that tonight, but they shouldn't be taking all these penalties at this point. They got to be playing a little bit more disciplined game than what we've seen so far here.
Zent has it below his own goal, and Frontier looks to break out. Pass through the neutral zone is an errant one that is finally careened by the Falcons. Coming over the line into the corner, the Falcons goes. Now stealing it away is Tyler Goodwin, who will ring it around the boards. It takes a hop off the wall and goes back behind the cage. Goodwin will now fire this one right up the center of the ice. It gets blocked momentarily. Now the Panthers have an opportunity the other way. Here comes Bandeline in on goal. Takes a shot. Save made by Kazmarski. Into Panther territory. They'll clear it again and kill more time off this penalty. So a good PK unit so far for Sweet Home. Although you think back to that 5-on-3 opportunity they had in the first period, they weren't able to capitalize. Frontier did. This Sweet Home defense, though coming from two different schools, from Sweet Home and Depew, they seem to have their defensive setup well-oiled early in the season. However, still looking to get the transition in the offensive zone at the same level.
And right now, I mean, for Sweet Home and Depew, they should continue, going after the Frontier team. A 3-goal deficit is not that big of a deficit to overcome, as we saw in the first game that we did here for the boys. So they really just got to keep doing the right things that they have been doing so far in the last couple minutes here to get back into this game.
Frontier has it in the neutral zone. It's tipped ahead by Spanish. Sent back in by the Panthers. Coming way out to handle that one is Kazmarski. Now it's Runger on the boards for Susi. Penalty has been served by Trifilo. And Trifilo enters back into the field of play, and he skates right towards where the puck is. However, the Panthers lose possession and will have to check up to get back onside. Along the near boards, Frontier will take it out through neutral territory. Getting squeezed down along the boards was McCarthy, but it got it down below the cage. Kolb came way out to play it, and he did so to the far boards, where Sweet Home Depew will regroup. Goodwin Sent it through the neutral zone. McCarthy picked it off. McCarthy now to the corner. Tried to stop and drop past that one, but it's sent right back out by Goodwin. As the great Harry Neal once said, there's two places not to drop pass, home and away. There you go. A turnover there results in a turnover and a clear for the Panthers, and now they'll take it through the neutral zone ahead again for Quinn Burgess, who looks for an opportunity along the near side boards. Into the corner, he battles with the Falcons there. Frontier will come away with it with speed and space in front of him. Fellinger goes around two Panthers and still has possession now below the goal line. Fellinger will have the puck squirt right to him. Bodies hit the deck for the Panthers, and Fellinger's got it on the far corner. Fellinger tried to stick handle around a man, but the Panthers will take it right back. Sean Kazmarski, I can only assume is the brother of the keeper, Kyle, with possession now for Frontier. Now stolen away by the Panthers, and a shot there gets blocked. Quinn Burgess let it go, but it rolls behind the Frontier cage, and they send it right back to the near boards. We'll have more puck battles. Frontier will win it momentarily before the Panthers regroup defensively. Jake Lucy, one of the 4 goal scorers today for Frontier, has it in the corner. Falcons with it, turning is Chekowicz. There's a shot that goes far. Kennedy has it now, sent it down below the cage. Kicking it without a stick is Nick Vacanti. Laid off to the far side. Frontier setting up their offense as they like to play along the boards with their size against this sweet home Depew team. And they'll do so to the far corner now with Chekowicz. Chekowicz shot in front, gets blocked and goes wide. And now the Panthers will try to come away with it, but a whistle goes. Looks like we've got an offsides call potentially.
And the net was taken off its moorings. I know when the one player came around really close there, he hit it, but kept on skating. And so that's why the whistle blew. And now they move the face-off over the blue line here, right in front of us here, as the Frontier still leads Sweet Home Depew 4-1 with 2:28 remaining in the second period. I'm rushing things along faster than they.
As I'm sure Frontier does as well, up 4-1. They'd love for this game to end in 2:20. However, they've got another 17 to play after this. Along the boards, it's handled by Frontier. Shot from the point, tipped, and a nice save as it goes to the right of the cage. Kolb had to outstretch the left pad. Now here's a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Panthers. In over the line. There's a shot, and it goes just wide. Looked like it could have went in the net. However, it goes just far behind, and now bodies fly along the boards, and we've got a penalty and a body on the ground for the Panthers. Penalty will be coming up here against the Falcons. Sweet Home Depew has a man down behind the cage.
I'm trying to catch his number right now. He took a extremely hard hit into the boards, and he rolled around, I believe.
Looks like 88 potentially.
Yeah.
Connor Sempert. But trainer tends to him as we've got a penalty coming up to Frontiers number 11, Dylan Mack. 1:56 to go in the second period of play. 4-1 is the score for the Falcons as the trainer tends to the injured player behind the net.
And as I stated a minute ago, he's getting up now. I believe he's going to try and get up under his own power, but that doesn't look too easy. I don't know if he may. I'm not sure exactly, but he just went awkwardly into that board, and he has really not gotten up since he got hit. He went right to the ice, tried to get up, and then just rolled back over again. And it just really doesn't look too promising there for him. And hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's nothing that super serious. But boy, he took a hard hit.
All right, well, we're going to take a intermission, just a short break, and hope that the trainers can tend to him in time. We'll be back on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. This is high school hockey on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
We're back at the Northtown Center. Apologies to the Sempert family if you're watching, but we've got a 5-minute major here as it was Jason Galante who is the injured player, number 67 for the Sweet Home Depew Panthers. So 5-minute major will be assessed to Dylan Mack. So here's your opportunity, Sweet Home. It came with a tough cost for your player to get injured, but here's a chance now back to the game, as obviously we hope the player's okay. Back to the game, though, a big opportunity for the Panthers to get some momentum here with a 5-minute major that will go into the third period regardless whether they score 1 million goals in this period.
Absolutely, and this is where they, if they want to do anything for their teammate, this is where you get the payback. You get a goal for him and get a couple of goals for him to get back into this game.
Bandeline not able to win the draw, and now here comes Frontier. 2-on-1 opportunity right away off the penalty kill. Pass to the slot, shot goes wide, and a trip looks like will get called against Sweet Home as they touch the puck up.
If anything could go wrong, it goes wrong, and when you're having a night like that, and I sense the frustration from Sweet Home that's not exactly what they wanted to have happen. But, boy, when you got a power play going and then all of a sudden the opposition team who's killing the penalty gets a 2-on-1 break, you got to do something to help your goalie out, and he did what he could, but it was costly. It's a 2-minute minor now. So you've got 4-on-4 hockey here right now.
It'll be 4-on-4 for the final minute 34 of this period. Tapped ahead. Here's an opportunity for the Panthers the other way. 2-on-0 break. There's the shot. Save made. Rebound in front of the cage. No one's there to follow up, and it bounces outside of the zone. That's what can happen with this much open ice. 4-on-4 hockey. Conklin battles in the corner for it. Frontier will try to get possession, and they will so at the point. Nice move and stick work here from Brady Susi, and they score! Aiden Chekowicz gets his second of the game. Frontiers up 5-1.
And with 1:07 remaining in the second period, that is a real momentum breaker right there. I'm not trying to count Sweet Home Depew out of the game, but boy, I'll tell you, that is not what they wanted to give up with, again, such little time left. It's now a 4-goal lead again for Frontier, 5-1 over Sweet Home Depew. Really, really tough to take here, and it's still going to be 4-on-4 hockey for the final parts of the period here.
Frontier wins the draw. Zent will fire it all the way into Panther territory as we're under a minute to go in the period. Behind the net, Vicanti looks to start something for the Panthers, and he'll send it to the far corner. To the near side. It's stolen away by Frontier. Samsniak battling for it. Now Conklin has it. Sent to the front, and it's now jammed away and out to center, where Frontier will retreat. 30 seconds to go in the second. It is Sweet Home territory. The Panthers will regroup and send it now all the way into Frontier territory. Icing waved off. 15 now on the clock. Frontier, one last rush up ice. Sent in by Zent. Takes it on the backhand behind the net. He'll take it to the corner. Sweet Home Depew will wind down this clock. That'll do it for period number 2. 5-1 the score. We'll take a short break and welcome you back to an interview with Sarah Holland and a star from the period. 5-1 is your score from the Northtown Center after 2 periods of play. You're watching high school hockey on Western New York Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Welcome back. We send it now to Sarah Holland. Sarah?
I'm Sarah Holland, joined alongside Frontier's Max McCarthy. Max, you guys have a 4-goal lead heading into the third period. What was working for you guys so well throughout those first two?
Really just getting the pucks in deep and lots of shots on net, so that really helped out.
Your goal there in the second period was your 3rd goal of the season. How did it feel?
It felt good, getting the team up a little bit there.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yep, thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sarah. We'll join you back on the other side of this intermission report with a recap of the second period, stats from period number 2, and a preview of period number 3. Don't go anywhere, and we thank you again for tuning in tonight, folks. It's 5-1 Falcons here from Northtown Center in Amherst. You're watching high school hockey on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Beauts, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Well, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And...
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
We welcome you back to Northtown Center in Amherst, New York. It's a 5-1 lead for the Frontier Falcons as we enter the third period, and now we toss it to Sarah Holland, who is live with Brian Dellinger, the head coach of the Frontier Falcons. Sarah?
I think he said, yep, I think he said ready. Yep. I'm Sarah Holland, joined alongside Frontiers head coach Brian Dellinger. Coach, there's still 17 minutes left of hockey to be played. What do you want to see from your team in the third period?
Much smarter play. We got to play to the scoreboard. You know, having a 4-goal lead right now is still easy to come back from if we keep giving odd man rushes like we did last period. We escaped. My goaltender made some nice saves. Our defensemen made some nice plays on the 2-on-1s, but we got to be smarter when we pinch. We got to have rotation from our forwards in the offensive zone, so we got high guys. So that's what I'm looking for this period.
Coach, there's a lot of different goal scorers in today's game. What can you tell me about the impact your offense has had?
Well, we've been working a lot in practice on rotation, feet movement, puck movement, and we're seeing it from every line right now, which is a great thing for us. So hopefully we can continue to do that and get some more offense out of it.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. 5-1 the score. We heard from Brian Dellinger there. I like the comments he had to say about his team being smarter in the third period, playing with more focus on the details. Even though his team's up by 4 goals, he understands that a 4-goal lead in hockey, Randy, isn't that too hard to come back from.
No, and as you quoted Harry Neal a while back, Harry would be one of them to tell you, too, that probably one of the worst leads to have is a 4-goal lead in a game. It's never set. So, yes, the coach he's got this team focused. He wants them to play smart in the third. And, okay, if you roll up the score, okay, you roll the score up. But play smart. Don't make any dumb moves. Don't get fancy out there. Just keep playing your good basic game, because next week you've got more games coming up, and you've got to play smart hockey at that point in time.
So we've talked about number 13, Max Conklin, who's a big center for this Frontier squad. But a name that we've called a ton so far but haven't really dissected his game much is number 22, Aiden Chekowitz, who's got 4 points on the night already, 2 goals, 2 assists. Randy, what can you say about number 22's game that we've seen?
He is sneaky. That's the only way I can say. All of a sudden, he's there. He's right in front of the net. He pops the puck in, or he'll take a shot from way out and he puts the puck in. He's a player that really just all of a sudden can surprise you. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he can surprise oppositions. He can just kind of blend in, and then all of a sudden, bam, he's right there, and he can put the puck in the net, and he puts the puck in the net. He's had a 4-point night, 4 points on 5 of their goals. That's not a bad night to have for any player.
And it's not over yet. We've still got 17 minutes left to play here from the Northtown Center. After hearing the words from Brian Dellinger, it seems like this is a team that isn't just eyeing down a win today against Sweet Home Depew, but with the composure that they've had throughout that second period, the smart decision-making that his coach wants to see from this team today, it seems like they're eyeing down more than just a win. They want to go for what could be a sectional title this year.
Absolutely, and he's trying to keep them focused on it right now. They will be playing with 4 players right now, and it'll be 4-on-4 as we start the third period.
15 seconds left in the penalty to the Panthers' Tyler Goodwin. That will wind down, and as that winds down, it will send us back to 5-on-5. A quick opportunity off the jump for the Panthers goes for naught as it hits the side of the cage. Now the Falcons will regroup through center ice. It's tipped ahead. Panthers will negate that opportunity, but Frontiers number 9, Falcone, sends it far into Panther territory. Sweet Home Depew looks to attack through the neutral zone. Kicking it to his skate was Trifolo. However, he's called for an offsides.
And again, as you asked me a couple of minutes ago about Frontiers number 22, or rather, Aiden Chekowitz. He just floats out there, and he's a little speedster, and he's little. I don't mean to he's one of these players that he's 5'4", 130 pounds. And I can believe that just looking at his stature out there against some of the opponents and his own teammates.
Getting it in over the line for the Falcons is Conklin, and he battles down in the corner, and he wins the battle against 2 Panthers, finally bumped off the puck by the Panthers. Conklin, however, still a pest down in the offensive end as he poked it free, and now he'll finally head to the bench as the Panthers will bring it into Falcon territory with Trifolo. He sent it out in front. That shot goes just wide of the cage, but keeping with possession are the Panthers and Vacanti. McCanty lost possession behind the net. Falcons will send it all the way down the ice. It's touched there by Kobe. Goodwin regroups. Sends it to his D partner in the far corner. And they turn back up ice they do. Falcons, however, not having any of it, and down there and stealing it away is Tyler Zent, who sent it out in front and tried to create an opportunity off the steal. Zent still has it in the corner, trying to work his way to the center of the ice. Finally gets bumped off the puck. Off the boards, it's sent cross side. And Frontiers player takes a spill in front of their own bench. As they battle for it behind the net, the Panthers will take over. So that 5-minute major that went to Dylan Mack of Frontier. We haven't seen a goal on that penalty kill in the 5 minutes, as it's now got 30 seconds left on it. Big hit at open ice in the middle. Matt McCarthy got all of his man. And now Zilka will send it in. Falcons will clear more time off this penalty as the final 10 will tick away. Falcons will gain possession inside Sweet Home Depew territory. Down to the far corner, getting tripped up, no penalty called. Sweet Home Depew will have possession. Right out of the penalty box going for the steal was Mack, and he almost had it. Now a chance, and a high shot will be snared by Kazmarski.
And again, as the Frontier coach pointed out going into the third period here, his team obviously stays focused here. They're still playing a good, solid game. They're checking. They haven't made really in the first 2 to 3 minutes here of the period, haven't made what I would see too many mistakes. They're playing a good, solid game right now to protect that 4-goal lead.
Frontier turning it to the far corner. Kennedy sends it up to neutral ice. It's sent back in by the Panthers, and now Frontier will try to get it out again. However, Sweet Home Depew not allowing that to happen easily. Now finally the Falcons will set it up with a nice pass through two bodies as it hit the tape of Jimmy Drzaska. But the Panthers take it at neutral territory, now into Falcons defensive end. 3-on-3 the other way through the middle of the ice. The shot is handled by Kobe. Rebound, they score. That'll be the 6th of the night for the Falcons.
And that's a tough goal to give. Gave up a rebound on that instead of grabbing the puck and smothering it like he did early on. He gave up a rebound, and there was a Sweet Home or a Frontier right in behind, took the shot, got it in. We have a 6-1 game now.
Credit Jimmy Drzaska with the goal. We'll have the assists for you in just a moment. There's a shot. Kobe had it. Rebound to the slot. And now here comes Sweet Home Depew. 3-on-2 break the other way. It's poked away from the puck carrier and out to center. There's just another example of the smart stand-up defensive mindset of this Frontier Falcons team that I'm sure you will witness all season long. Even on a 3-on-2 break, they stand their ground, get a stick on the puck. This one now behind the net, finally squirts free in front of the net. The Panthers will take it away. Well, good to see number 67, Jason Galante, back out there in the third period for the Panthers. Noting he's all right after taking a big hit behind the net in the second period. He's out there now for Sweet Home Depew.
And I don't want to take any assumptions here, but the Galante name is a pretty well-known name around the Western New York hockey circles, especially over at Erie Community College. And I'll tell you, it's good to see that young man back out on the ice again, especially after the hard hit he took in the second period there. And I will have to check out that bloodline and see who he is related to here from Western New York.
And if there are some familiar relations, perhaps a player to build around if you're Sweet Home Depew. Don't want to lose that guy.
Absolutely not. That is correct.
11:41 to go in the third period. 6-1 is our score. We invite you to tune in next week as we've got 2 more games on tap in boys high school hockey. Of course, we've got a girls game as well next week before the 2 boys games kicking off at 4:30. However, our 2 boys games next week at 6 o'clock, it's West Seneca East and Williamsville East. And following that one, the second of our doubleheader will be Amherst and Williamsville South at around 8:15 p.m. We'll be here every Thursday bringing you Western New York high school hockey on Western New York Athletics. Here's Frontier over the blue line. Offsides is called.
And again, that's a tough play. The puck took a weird bounce, and the Frontier player was trying to get back a little bit on that play, but didn't quite make it back across the blue line. So face-off now will come on this side of the blue line in the center ice area. And
Trifolo wins the draw. Panthers take possession, send it into the Falcon end. Turning in the corner, and a stick flies up and away out of play. Loose grip on the stick for Trifolo. Grabs one from a teammate as he goes by the bench. Big hit along the boards in the Frontier zone as the Falcons put the bodies on now. But the Panthers come away with it. Didn't think we'd see much more physical contact in this third period. However, Frontier, they're not done giving up more ground.
No, and they sent, I believe, one of the assistant coaches over to retrieve the stick. It landed 2 sections over from their bench. It did clear that glass, and that's quite a feat to do. The only thing I remember from last year in playing here in this building, we had now we got a breakaway here going in for Sweet Home.
There's an opportunity for Zilka.
And he
scores! And how about the celebration from Tanner Zilka? Potting that one to bring it. So game's not over yet. 6-2 is the score, but the Panthers with some signs of life.
And really took it all in, and he just nothing fancy. He just let a quick little wrist shot go, and it was in the net, which proves you don't need those big booming slap shots to get goals these days. You do the basics.
Panthers down 4, 10.5 still to go here, and they've got the puck inside Falcon territory, trying to catch Frontier sleeping as they sent one off the side of the cage that went across ice. Off the stick of Galante.
Second goal of the game, scored by number 5, Tanner Zilka. Assisted by number 67, Jason Galante. Zilka,
So Galante gets hit, knocked out for the remainder of the second period, comes back and gets an assist on the second goal of the game.
Not a bad night.
And this one's held on by Kolb. 9:50 to go as we've got some extracurriculars after the whistle. Squared away. We may have a penalty here.
Yeah, and I think it's just one of those situations where Sweet Home took a little exception to the Frontier players really getting close to their goaltender. And I wouldn't say they didn't run him, but they got real close and kind of, anytime you start breaking certain space around the goalie, they're going to do their best to try to protect their own goalie.
You like to see that too from a guy that's got 2 goals in the game already as Zilka stands up for his keeper. Down by 4. Coach isn't going to be too upset with you as a errant pass goes off of a Frontier leg, a risky one from Kazmersky. Panthers will hold this one against the boards and kill as much time as they can, and rightfully so. Look at the work from Keegan Walzak. His bench giving him a round of applause and stick taps on the boards as Frontier will bring it into neutral territory on the power play. 1:25 to go now on the penalty. Around behind the net, turning with a shot at a goal! What a shot from Matt McCarthy. He's got his second on the day.
And that was very costly on that one. And he pretty much carried that puck all the way around himself and then just let, again, look like a wrist shot go high. and they beat them, and it's now 7-2.
A power play goal scored by McCarthy will regain the 5-goal lead for the Falcons. There you hear it. Unassisted is the goal from McCarthy as he took it end-to-end around the cage. Went about 180 feet on that one and finally sniped it above the glove side of the sophomore keeper, Jackson Kolb. Here's a chance now for the Sweet Home Depew Panthers. It gets tipped in over the line. No icing as it's waved off as the puck goes into the corner. Battling for it along the boards. It pops free. Here's a chance for the Panthers. Thrown out in front, but good defensive work on the stick from number 9 in Falcone. Now the other way, the Falcons will look to take advantage. Panthers will clear. Good stick check here on the back check from Trifolo. Couldn't hang on to the puck though. Nice move around a man. Pass in front, the shot. Nice save from Jackson Kolb.
Young man down there in goal for them. He has faced a lot of shots tonight. Through 2 periods, he had faced 26 shots already, and I'm sure 30 mark here in the 3rd period with shots on goal so far. So he's had a tough night in the nets for Sweet Home.
Well, as a sophomore, it's good to see a veteran team at such a young age in Frontier. Even though you're on the wrong end of this one, there's plenty of hockey to be played left for Jackson Kolb in his career. And, you just take this as a learning lesson and look to bounce back next week and see how the season continues for this young Sweet Home Depew team. To the neutral zone, Frontier will try to take over. Now Sweet Home Depew with speed through the neutral zone, in over the line, trying to get a shot off, but not able to. Was the Panther. That one being Galante. But now here's Frontier sending it right back in. Kolb comes out to settle it down for his defense. Zilka tries to clear. Held in by the Panthers. Turning with it is Zent. Tries to force a shot along the near side. Couldn't tuck it in. Now we're approaching 7 minutes to go as everyone seems to just be taking a peek at the clock every couple seconds, hoping that it goes by a bit faster. Trying to dangle in down the Falcon line was Dylan Mack. Couldn't do so. Galante tips it back in the corner. Zent with it. Backhand shot. Save made. Oh, and how about that? Kolb got hit after the play, and now we've got some fisticuffs. Kolb got hit after the play. He's down on the ice. A player went right over top of him, and they're calling for the trainer now for him. Not what you want to see in a game like this. Dylan Mack in the penalty box now for Frontier. Throws his stick in disgust. Galante on the other side will take a seat.
And again, this is really something you don't like to see. And believe me, the goalie really got ran on that one, and it was it's just one of those things you don't like to see play at any level of the hockey in that. And he is definitely having some difficulties down there on the ice right now. He has not gotten up since going down.
We'll take a break and join you after this intermission. 6:39 to go in the 3rd period. 7-2 Frontier leads. This is Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
We're back at Northtown Center. Jackson Cole back on his feet, getting tended to by the trainers. The backup goalkeeper, Max Whalen, wearing number 35 in the white pads, will get a bit of a warm-up here with 6.5 to go in the third period.
And he is definitely moving very slowly off the ice. This is he's going to get some assistance from a teammate to get him. And it looks like he's getting to the bench, and that's probably where he will stay. I don't know if they're going to try and get him into the locker room, whatever the case may be. But right now they're moving him to the bench and to get him seated. But he is looking like he is having some serious difficulties even in skating.
Not what you want to see in a game, in any game, but especially a game like this in a blowout 7-2 win this late in the contest. I thought I saw the Sweet Home player almost hit the Frontier player into the keeper on the play. I may be mistaken, but it's just 2-minute roughing penalties to each player that are in the box here in Galante, and it's Dylan Mack for the Frontier side, so they'll be offsetting 5-on-5. We will play on. You just feel for the sophomore keeper in Kolb, and you hope he can be all right and bounce back.
Yeah, he faced a lot of shots tonight, hung in there as long as he could, and now all of a sudden to have it end like this with 6:39 remaining in the third period, it's kind of rough. It's a 7-2 game here. It's again, they're going to give the warm-up goalie some shots on goal to warm him up a little bit. He's coming in here absolutely cold. He's been sitting on that bench for all the entire game, and now he's got to come in here and get warmed up. And it's one of those things he will do his best to guard that net for the next 6:39 of the game to get going in that.
Going back to the comments made by Brian Dellinger in that intermission right before this third period, he wanted his team to play smarter, more disciplined. That's not what you call that, what happened right there.
No, and a lot of times there's a lot of action going on down in front of a goaltender. And there's a lot of players, and I'm sure right now Sweet Home is very frustrated. They're trying to protect their goalie. They're trying to protect their net, and things do happen. And again, it's such a fast game that it can be bang-bang situations in that.
Cole being tended to on the Panther bench.
And so we are going to get back to the action here.
Falcons will send it in. Of course, at this point in the game, we're all just thinking about the health and the safety of these players and these kids, really. These are high school kids. You know, nothing more than that. As yes, you may be competing for a championship and for wins on a stat sheet, but overall it's about the health and the safety of the players. Frontier has it through the neutral zone with Conklin. Conklin trying to get in over the Sweet Home Depew line.
And for these kids, they go to school tomorrow. They have classes to go to, and they'll have another practice again, but it's not quite the life of a pro. They do have classes to take care of, and they've got their schooling to take care of, so there's a little bit more to life than just the hockey game.
Of course, for a combined team like Depew and Sweet Home, you hope that, if nothing else, something positive out of this injury to their goalkeeper can be this team coming together, creating a sense of bond for their goaltender in Kolb, hoping, of course, he's all right. But if he can bounce back, what a story that would be. And we hope to see it play out on Western New York Athletics. 5 minutes to go in the third. Both teams now playing a lot more open ice, as here's a 2-on-1 opportunity. There's a shot from Galante, goes high and wide. As even you see there, Galante goes after a player on the boards and Just kind of slowly rubs him against the wall there, not laying too big of hits.
We have another Sweet Home player who's probably going to be making his way to the bench very quickly. Looks like he's limping.
Sweet Home gets possession of the puck, and they blow the whistle for the injured player. Looks like number 8, Joseph Sullivan. Penalties are over. The time has been served, but we've got another penalty here coming up for Sweet Home.
And I guess I can't quite figure this one out on why the Sweet Home player's getting called on this, but it was it looked like a tripping call is what it was. So
Evan Tracy will serve the penalty, number 85 in gold. Of course, we were both watching the player on the far end of the rink who was down in Sullivan. So didn't see the play exactly. Shot from the point is managed. And now Sweet Home Depew will skate it out to center with Zilka. Will send it into the zone. He's all by himself. Goalkeeper plays it to the corner. Zilka goes after it. Now Frontier through their own territory, getting it through the neutral zone now into Panthers zone. A slashing call.
A slashing call. Sorry, I thought I saw the referee make a tripping call or a tripping motion. Instead, it was a slashing.
Either way, there's a minute 17 to go on the penalty. 3:51 now in the period. Sweet Home Depew will send this one in. Stealing it now below the goal line and fighting for it is Bandelion. Sent around the boards for Walzak. Bandelion down there taking it back again. Killing off more time. Bandelion turnaround shot, almost tucked that one in, but Kazmarski stands tall. Into the corner, Frontier will send it back. 35 now to go on the penalty. 3 minutes to go in regulation. So through injury and through all that we've seen throughout this contest today, Frontier came out and they showed that they're a dominant team to start this season. A lot of size, a lot of speed. They've got a good mixture of about everything you can ask for on this lineup. And I'm sure that head coach Brian Dellinger will be proud of his team's performance so far, at least on the score sheet tonight, with a 7-2 advantage with 2.5 to go.
And he's going to be wanting to work on some things, I'm sure, that he has seen that probably he's not happy with. But I would think overall a good start for their season here and a very dominating start to their season. Although in that first period I didn't think it was going to quite be that way, but as it turns out they just continued really working at it.
Galante's shot save made. To their credit, though, in that second period, they didn't give up, only up 1-0. 2 seconds left in the first period. They scored the first goal of the game, Frontier did, and then in period number 2, it was an onslaught, scoring 5 in the middle frame. I beg your pardon. No, yeah, they did score 5 in the middle frame.
Yes.
They gave up 1 in period number 2, but severely out shooting their opponent. There's a shot that beats the goalkeeper but goes off the pipe and wide. Under 2 minutes to play here. Stolen away by Frontier in the offensive end. On the right circle, there's a shot save made by the keeper, Whalen. Whalen getting tested here as Frontier will keep the possession for a moment. Now they'll retreat defensively. Pass is too far ahead of the Panthers, number 14, Lopacalo. Whistle goes for icing, a minute 20 to go.
And again, as the game wears down here, we watch the young man who was in goal for Sweet Home Frontier. He's now being talked to by a couple different people. He's pretty much got his uniform off, and so they're going to just try and get him over to the locker room once this game ends.
Looks like who you can only assume to be his parents standing over near the boards, Trying to get every word of encouragement to him. Shot, save made. How about that for Whalen? Even after sitting down for the majority of this contest, he has stood tall after facing a couple shots.
And he, tall is the obvious word here. He's definitely a little bit bigger goalie in net there for Sweet Home.
Frontier will lose control. Now here comes Sweet Home. There's a shot, rises above the crossbar and goes to the far boards. 40 seconds to play here from the Northtown Center. 7-2 the score in the third of our triple header here from the Northtown Center. 2 boys, 1 girls game this evening. We'll be back next week, Thursday, as we will every Thursday of Western New York High School hockey this season, as it's held on to by Whalen. Next week, as I mentioned, 6 o'clock, it's West Seneca East and Williamsville East. And at 8:15 for the puck drop, it is Amherst and Williamsville South. I'll be on the call for that one. Randy, will you be here next week?
I think I'll be here. I'll make a date for it.
All right. There you go, folks. You'll get me and Randy right back at the Northtown Center next week, Thursday, 6 o'clock, 8:15. Set your pagers, set your timers. Go ahead, write it in your calendar. We'll be here. Hope you join us then as well. Well, we thank you for tuning in tonight, folks. We'll have interviews after this contest from Sarah Holland and our first star of the game, who me and Randy, I believe, agree upon will be Frontiers number 22, Aiden Chekowitz. 4 points on the night, 2 goals, 2 assists on 7 overall goals, and that'll do it as the final buzzer sounds. 7-2 the final. Frontier takes this one.
And I'll tell you, it was a good effort, no question about it. You summed it up perfectly there here a few minutes ago in the third period. Frontier came out. They played a good, solid game, both ends of the ice. They played a complete game. They played defensively. They were checking. They back-checked. They forechecked. They did everything correctly, and they came away with a nice victory.
Awesome, thanks.
Well, the goalkeeper, Kolb, stays on the bench for the handshake line. Of course, you love the handshake line. Best tradition in sports and in hockey especially. I like that the high school players do it after every game, not just postseason championship games.
And especially in this day and age of COVID, it's still good to see the coaches and that are all masked and that. And the Frontier players are going over to the Sweet Home bench.
That's good to see.
To give their best wishes to the injured goaltender over there, who has just been pretty much sitting there propped up in that corner. And that, so again, it was a 7-2 final score.
We'll be right back after this intermission with interviews with Sarah Holland and our star player of the game. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Western New York Athletics.
Let's go.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to HowardHanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit HowardHanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
We're back at the Northtown Center. We send it now ringside with Sarah Holland with our star of the game, number 22 from Frontier, Aiden Chekowitz. Sarah?
I'm Sarah Holland, and I'm joined alongside our first star of the game in Aiden Chekowitz. Aiden, you had 4 points tonight. What a game. Talk about your performance.
Well, I mean, 4 points, it's pretty crazy. Just like to thank, my teammates, Max Conklin, Jake Losier, my line mates. They really dished me the puck tonight, and, that's about it.
You guys are coming off a loss last weekend, so what does this 7-2 win mean for you guys?
It's definitely huge, going into our next game Saturday against Clarence. We're definitely pumped coming off a win. It's going to move us forward in practice, and we're excited for Saturday.
Awesome. Congrats, Aiden. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. Well, 7-2, the final score from Northtown Center in Amherst, New York, as the Frontier Falcons walk away with this one. We thank you for joining us tonight. On behalf of Randy and myself, Jack Cruiser, on behalf of the entire Western New York Athletics staff here today, we thank you for joining us, and we'll be back next week, Thursday, with 2 more games. Once again, it's West Seneca East and Williamsville East at 6 o'clock, 8:15. It's Amherst and Williamsville South. We'll be here all year, folks. Thanks for joining us. Have a good one, and I'm Jack Cruiser. I'll bid you adieu.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.